Welcome to Business Online Basics, registering a domain name. I'm Bonnie Sainsbury, founder and CEO of Social Media Smarter. I've been a geek for over 25 years and have been active on social media since 2008. The past 3 years, I've been fortunate to have been named to Forbes' Top 20 Social Media Influencers, CEO Magazine's Top 25 Women in Social Media, and the top 100 social media influencers. Let's get started. What is a domain name? At its simplest, it's a series of characters you key into the address bar of a browser to display a website. It's also the internet address of the site's hosting file, which is normally a homepage. Your domain name can be your business name, or if you're a coach or author, you can use your own name. Keep it short, easy to type and spell, and avoid using numbers and hyphens. You want folks to be able to find you quickly and without fuss. Your domain name needs to be unique. If your business name is, for instance, My First Business, and the .com and the .ca are taken, don't register the .org. It's confusing and your ideal customer may not be able to find you. Have a list of at least 3 or 4 options before you go online to do your research. Extensions are suffixes at the end of web addresses. The .com is the most common, but there are hundreds of extensions and they're controlled by ICANN, which is an overall international licensing body. There's the .com, which, as I said, is the most common, .org, .tv, .biz, .me or other examples, plus .ca, which is the country extension for Canada, and .edu, which is the extension for higher education. You should choose a domain name that has as many extensions as available as possible to protect your business property. Your domain name is arguably as important as your company name, and it identifies you on the internet. It's a valuable business asset and needs the same protection as your other business assets. You need to be in control of your domain name at all times. If you have multiple domain names, register them at the same place so it's easy to find them or to make changes as you move forward. You need to buy your domain name from a company that's licensed to sell domain names. They're called registrars. They may or may not also sell hosting. I prefer to keep my domain name accounts and my hosting accounts separate. Changing hosting companies is common, but not so much with registrars. Choose a registrar that has a clean, easy-to-use website and has an effective 7x24 customer service. Unless you're going to be buying domain names in bulk, an additional $10 a year is a small price to pay for exceptional customer service when you need it. When choosing a registrar, take some time and ask questions. Do you belong to a business group? Or can you ask your social media community? Do a Google search for Best Domain Registrars 2015. And finally, telephone them and ask some questions. Try calling on a Saturday morning. If your website is down with a domain issue on a Friday of your big event, you don't want to have to wait until Monday morning to get assistance. Before you buy a domain name, check that the domain names are available and the cost. Some of the specialty extensions may cost considerably more than $10 a year. Choose your registrar and then choose the length of time that you want to register the domain name. 1 year, 5 years, 10 years. and whether or not you want privacy to be on or off. Privacy is the details of who owns the domain name. You can choose to display information about who owns your domain name or not. It's your choice. If you do choose to display it to the public, it'll consist of your name, your address, your email address, and a telephone number. And there are 3 specific types of accounts. One is admin, the second is tech, and finally registrant. So registrant is the person who owns the domain name. Admin, again, unless you're a large organization and you have a specific tech person assigned, I would have the owner as the admin. The tech account can be is usually your web designer. Once you choose a web developer, the information that you're going to have to give him or her is the name of the registrar, plus your domain name, of course, and allow him or her to be the tech contact on your privacy settings. You should always keep control of your registrar account, your user ID, and password. Thank you for listening to this screencast, and I hope that you've got enough information that you're going to be able to buy your own domain name. Bonnie Sainsbury, Social Media Smarter.